Right then guys, Gaft is back with the explanation to the Nautilus by Bob Ostin. It is a gimmick build, but it is so simple, don't worry about it, I'll show you. I'm not going to do a build tutorial because it doesn't need one, it's that simple of a build. This is the gimmick card. It's got a little flap here, look. Basically this is about 1 centimetre or so. Other card cut off, and it's just got a tiny bit of invisible tape on either end. I don't know if you can even see it. Just to hold this card in place. So that is the gimmick. What's going to happen is you're going to slide a card underneath like this. But it will be under cover of another card so the spectator will not see it. So once you've created your gimmick, I'll show you how to do the trick. Now in my performance I had the gimmick 2 cards below the top, so I've got 2 cards above the gimmick card, and I just did I guess it's not a fake shuffle, but you're just maintaining the top stack. So I just dragged off a load of cards, my gimmick card is here, I shuffled 1 card down, out jogged it a little bit, and then I just chucked everything on top of that. When I squared it up, I got a break under that card, pulled it up, and then I just did a triple cut to the table. And in that motion, the 2 cards, the top cards are still in the same position. So I've got 2 cards above my gimmick card. So you're just going to drop a load of cards down, slide 1 card off, shuffle the rest down. When you square everything up, this card here, just pull up, squeeze it all in. Now you're going to cut once, twice, 3 times, and you have not disturbed the top 3 cards. So now I'm going to say we're going to use the top 3 cards. You can show these cards. We've got the King of Hearts, we've got the 6 of Diamonds, this is your gimmick, it should be pretty much invisible, the Jack of Diamonds, and the 9 of Clubs. Now you want your gimmick to be in the middle, so you're going to use the top card as a Nautilus, and you need to remember where the gimmick is. The gimmick is here for me, so I need to turn these cards this way. You want the gimmick on this side, which is the right side. So you're going to take the top card, this is going to be the Nautilus. All you're going to do is spread these 3 cards this way. So your gimmick is here. And you're going to take the Nautilus. This was a bit of misdirection in a way by placing it this way. You can show it is underneath, but in reality you're in this position. It's gone underneath your little flap. But to make it a little bit more visual, we're going to turn this card face up. So once again you're going to push it under. What I would suggest doing is when you're pushing this under, just squeeze these cards a little bit, which should hopefully open up the flap a little, so this card slides under. You don't want this card to hit this and then not go in smoothly. This wants to go in really smooth, as if there is no barrier there at all. So it just wants to slide in really smoothly like that, instead of going like this. At this point you can show that your card is in fact under the top card. You can move it around quite freely. Now all you're going to do is square all these up into the palm of your hand, rotate the whole thing, and then spread. Now when you spread, it will look like your card is submerged, but basically you've just turned the gimmick round, so you're in this position, but this card covers the gimmick. You can't turn it over at this point because your card still is in the same position on the bottom, but you can show it from the top. All you're going to do again is square it all up, spin it around, and once again your card will have risen to the top. You can show it's there. You can even pull this card out and then show these 3 if you want, the Joker. This is pretty much invisible, 6 of Diamonds, and the King of Hearts. Making sure to keep the gimmick on this side, and we'll just do that again. Take the Nautilus, slide it under nice and free, show it's underneath. And now we're just going to get rid of the bottom card, so you can clearly see it is underneath. And because you've got the tape on the ends, you can be quite free with this. So you can see it is in the middle. You're going to square it all up, give it a little spin. Now you do need to keep your hand in a certain position here, because some Google-eyed spectator might notice this card does not drop out when it is at the bottom, because it is attached. So just make sure you've got a hand so it looks like it wouldn't have fallen. You can see it is sunk to the bottom, and that's using a 9, a jack and a 6 of diamonds. So I'll show you that routine again, guys. Now you can see I've just got a tiny bit of tape on the end. Somebody in the past said, can you like super glue it at the ends? If you super glue it at the ends, it sometimes makes it a little bit awkward to get it in. It makes this really quite tight. So a bit of invisible tape, you can hardly see that. No one's ever going to see it in the real world. So you've got your 3 cards. Your gimmick needs to be on this side. You'll show the 3 cards. You're going to take the Nautilus, push it under nice and smooth so it's under the gimmick. Square it all up, give it a little spin, and that card sinks. It was 1 card below top, it's now 2. Square it all up, give it a little spin, and once again the Nautilus rises to the top. We'll do it one more time, but this time we're going to take out the bottom card so you can see it is in between. We're going to push it in, give it a little spin, and the Nautilus sinks to the bottom. So that's using a 9 of clubs, a jack of diamonds and a 6 of diamonds. So that's how it works, guys. It is a fantastic little trick. You could have this as a packet trick or have this hiding in the deck somewhere. The other 3 cards you use matter not. You just got to remember to do this card, and this is a 2-minute build. Scissors, bit of tape, good to go. So comment, subscribe, like, guys, and see you back here tomorrow for another card trick. Cheers.